Some news has just come out that I had to jump on here and share with you guys. I told you, man, get ready for some daily live streams. It is like vacation time. It is going down. Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my live streams. While I wait for a couple of people to flow into the chat, I want to take this opportunity to let you guys know that if you have not yet purchased your copy of the guide to smart comic collecting, you can do so now on regiecollects.com. This is a guide that is really designed for those that are new to the hobby, newly returning, and the seasoned veterans. In other words, there is a little something for everybody in this guide. This morning, I received the updated layout for the guide. And I have to make a slight correction. I thought we were going to be closer to 90 pages. We are not. We are actually closer to 80 pages. So I wanted to make sure that I took this opportunity to correct the record in case someone, really needs those extra 10 pages. So again, just wanted to kind of cover off on that. But some news broke now about 40 or so minutes ago. There is some news that came out from comicbook.com. The headline reads, Marvel officially changes Punisher logo in new series. And I kind of adopted that headline for my headline. And then I put a question mark. I put a question mark on the thumbnail because I'm not quite sure that is what is happening right there. Matt Woods is like, got to enjoy vacation time. I'm off work because I'm under the weather. I hope that you feel better, my friend. Mendoza's in the house. How you doing? So for those that do not remember, on what is it, January 6th, when some things went down at the Capitol, there were some people that were identified in the melee, in the crowd, wearing a skull. And people were saying that this was basically the Punisher logo. And then in the aftermath, as there was all of this outcry from everybody, lots of outcry everywhere on both sides, there were calls for people to Marvel to change the logo for Punisher. They basically were like, this logo, this insignia is now tainted as a result of what actually happened. And us in comics were like, nah, that's stupid. Don't do that. Waited for Marvel to make some kind of statement in traditional Marvel fashion. There was no statement. There was nothing that came out from Marvel. There was nothing that came out from the House of Mouse. And now fast forward 12 months. Fast forward 12 months, and we are now getting headlines that essentially say that Marvel has officially changed the Punisher logo. And the way that this article is written, this article came out maybe 40 minutes ago. The way that this thing is written, it is basically making an argument to some degree that Marvel is changing the logo as a result of all of the outcry from several months ago. And I want to cite the section of this article that led me to that conclusion. Let me see if I can find it here. Let me see if I can find it. I'm trying not to reveal too much, but you guys may have seen it. Where is it? There was a section in here. I probably already blew past it. So let me see if I can find it. All right. So this thing says Punisher is returning to Marvel Worlds in a big way. Marvel Entertainment announced an all new Punisher series written by Jason Aaron. The House of Ideas, that is Marvel, is billing the Prestige series as the definitive culmination of Frank Castle's journey in the Marvel Universe. Interesting that they say a Marvel Universe versus just Marvel, but I mean, it leads you to believe that it's cinematic universe, but I don't know. It says they're pulling out all the stops, and this is set to launch in March. The series will feature 13 oversized issues that run monthly, placing the finale in April of 2023. And I want to show you guys what this logo looks like. We see some panels here. This is what the new Punisher logo looks like. There is our man Frank Castle rocking a modified skull. I'll be completely honest, I don't like it. Don't like it in any way, shape, or form. But in my mind, it might actually be a temporary thing. We do not know that. We do not know that it is locked down for sure. I'm trying to see if I can find this thing. But right here, it says, in a unique twist of fate, Castle has been forced to become a warlord of the hand as he reports directly to the beast. As I read that section and looked back at the image, it to me looks not like a skull, but the mark of the beast, if you will. That is how I am interpreting this thing versus an evolution, if you will, of Frank Castle's iconic skull. In other words, I don't believe that they are changing the logo permanently because of the controversies from many months ago. In fact, when you look at other panels in this thing, what you see is he is still rocking the traditional skull right there on his chest. These are other pages, I do believe, that are from this prestige format book. I'm still trying to find that one section here. Let me see. You can also see here, I think this is one of the covers right here. I don't know. Yeah, that looks like your traditional stuff to me. Did they remove that? Did they remove that section? Because I am not seeing that passage at all now that I'm looking at it. I'm trying to look back at the one. Yeah, so it says the series is also changing Castle's iconic brand after its involvement in real world controversies over the past few years. Now, let me see if I can find this section here to see whether there has been some kind of update. Oh, no, it's actually here. I kept passing over it. There you go. The series is also changing Castle's iconic brand after it was evolved. So there you go. There it is. It is actually in there. I just could not see it, which happens as one ages. I don't know. I don't know what to blame it on. But again, this to me does not look like a permanent evolution of the iconic logo. It looks more like it is related to what he is doing right now, which is working for the hand, which is really interesting because you also notice he does not have any guns. He is actually using swords. There are swords there. I don't really know what he has in those pouches because you would use pouches for your extra shells and all magazine clips and that kind of stuff. But again, Frank's walking around, man, looking more like a ninja wearing the mark of the beast than the vigilante that we all know and love him to be. So let me go to the chat real quick, see what you guys are talking about. Have not read or looked at a modern comic since 1989. Brother, you are missing out. I'm going to just go ahead and say it. There is some amazing stuff out there. I hope you you move into the modern era, brother. Come on now. Hope Aaron does a good job with the story. Fingers crossed. Aggressively relaxing says looks permanent to him with a bunch of smiling faces. Oh my goodness. I hope that is just done in like chalk. I hope it's done in chalk and easily just washes right off. Let me see. I'm scrolling through some of the comments here. Lots of groups prior to January have been using the symbol. No doubt about it. There are police officers that actually wear it as well. Let me see. What is that? There was a guy named Richard Ramirez. He was caught wearing AC/DC logo. AC/DC should change their logo, he says. So I do not believe that the Punisher logo should be changed as a result of this stuff, but we will see. We will see how all of this stuff plays out. There was another passage in here that I wanted to kind of read. Let me see if I can find it here. Hopefully says, after writing The Punisher over the years, I've always been fascinated by the character of Frank Castle. What moments made him the Punisher even before that fateful day in the park, and how far will he go to win the war that has consumed his life? Spoiler, as far as it takes, says Jason Aaron. This story is the destination next stop in the dark and tragic evolution of Frank Castle from troubled kid to heroic soldier to revenge-seeking vigilante to the duly anointed king of killers. Believe me when I say I am as excited about this story as anything I have ever written for Marvel, and that is from Jason Aaron. That is a direct quote from Jason Aaron about this 13 oversized issue monthly series that is going to be dropping featuring my man Frank Castle. So there you go. Let me go back to the chat real quick. I know you guys couldn't see any of that because I was not sharing my screen. Yeah, all sorts of dumb people use the symbol. Well done. They're the ones who like all the pretty songs and they like to sing along, but they don't know what it means. Right. Well said, because they're not paying attention to any of that stuff. Maybe it's a Mr. Frank Castle's ugly sweater. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Mike, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you. Squirrel Madness has also taken note of the wall, which is a little washed out on one corner because of the abundance of light that I need to illuminate myself and to separate me from the background back there. But yeah, we made some updates to the wall right there. But what is that? Reggie, please recommend some. Mr. Blaster recommends the Crow, but I'm stuck in the Bronze Age. I would say if you tune into the Comics Today show, brother, there are literally it's a celebration of New Comic Book Day, and we oftentimes during that show talk about things that I am reading or that people are reading. So I would definitely encourage you to tune into that show because again, it is a celebration of New Comic Book Day, and we spend some time talking about some of that new stuff. Does that mean that Marvel can stop suing cops and military? I have not seen any lawsuits for Marvel against police officers in the military, but it would not surprise me that the House of Mouse has opted to be aggressive in their defense of their intellectual property because that, by and large, is par for course. But again, I have not seen any news of that. Marvel changed it. I'm not making any comments there, Kim. I'm gonna just share it on screen. So again, for those folks that are coming in late, there is an article on comicbook.com that is essentially making an announcement that Marvel has officially changed the Punisher logo in a new series that is going to be dropping in March of 2022. The supposition here is that the series is changing the Punisher's logo, changing his iconic brand after its involvement in real-world controversies over the last few years. My interpretation is that I don't know if this is a permanent thing versus a temporary thing. Maybe Marvel is trying to capitalize on some controversy. Stranger things have happened, right? If you make some of this stuff happen, then people like me end up covering it, which gives you free promotion to promote what it is that they are going to be releasing. So who knows? Who knows? How long did it take to find all of those Christmas books? It literally took me from the time that I got up out of this chair to walk to the bin over there that is labeled Christmas books. In other words, brother, it took me no time at all because I already had them set to the side. So there you go. Super easy to put out a Christmas display when you are prepared. A Juggernaut says Punisher is softening. Brother, the Punisher is working for the hand. He is working for the hand. And according to this article, he is actually reporting directly to the Beast. So I don't think that he is softening, especially when he is the duly anointed king of killers. When you're the king of killers, you can't be soft because they will kill you. So there you go. Oh man, I completely agree. I completely agree, and that's why I think it is silly season to actually change the Punisher's logo because that is not him. That is not him. And again, I will say for those people that are going to take it all the way political, we don't necessarily do that here. What I will say is that I do not believe that this is actually a change. In light of the controversy, I think that this is something that Marvel is doing. I do not think that this is going to be permanent because I will tell you, if John, I cannot say his last name, that appeared in the Netflix series, if I see him on a screen wearing that silly logo, Yeah, I don't even think that he would do it, to be honest with you. I don't even think he would do it. So the well done. Well done. My man Clyde, how you doing? He says, I doubt it's permanent, but it wouldn't be the first time some dum-dums messed up something for everyone. Well said, brother, about that murder. What is that? Joker was a mass murderer, but he hated Nazis. I mean, you know, generally speaking, everybody hates the Nazis, generally speaking. So generally speaking, and again, there are people that are making this way more controversial than it needs to be. Again, I don't think that this is a permanent change. This is, again, maybe Marvel having a little fun. Because again, you know, think about it. When all the controversy happened, it would have been super easy to come out and issue a statement and be like, no, we denounce this. No, we don't support this. They remain radio silent. So to me, this idea of almost a year later introducing a series to change the logo when the series isn't even going to come out for another 3 months, it seems a little silly to me. I don't think, again, that this is going to be a permanent thing right there. So, what Vinny is, what do you think this will do for the original Punisher books with the original logo? Absolutely nothing. I think it will do absolutely nothing. I think that this is, again, one of those things that happens that I don't think it's going to have any impact. I don't see the value of those comics going up as a result, regardless of whether this is permanent or not. I don't necessarily see the value of those comics going down as a result of this. Like, for example, the people that have Amazing Spider-Man issue number 129. I don't think those people are going to care one way or the other what the Punisher looks like in the present day. They are going to still celebrate those comics that they have with that logo because Frank Castle is Frank Castle. He is man. Again, I don't see anything coming out of this. I don't think there's anything that's going to come out of this. Remember when Coca-Cola became the new Coke? Yeah, like barely. Yeah, barely. Again, this is not a super political thing because I don't think that this is going to be a permanent thing in any way, shape, or form. All right, with that said, we are going to wrap this thing up, man. If you guys are interested, maybe we'll continue the conversation on Discord. There is a link in the description. Head over to Discord. I'm going to tell you right now, if it becomes a super political thing in the Discord, I'm just going to delete the comments. I'm going to tell you that right now because we don't necessarily do that. This channel is about positivity. We don't talk about religion and politics other than where was Jesus born last night, you know, Bethlehem, for those that are wondering. We are all about the love of comics over here. So again, if I see a bunch of political stuff, it'll be a wrap. It'll be a wrap. All right. So with that said, if you guys need to reach out to me, feel free to do so on the Instagram machine. I am always around at Regie Collects. Take care.